Hello, family. Thank you for coming over to the house tonight. And just kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the SK beat. We're kicking. Just kicking. Just kicking. Okay, you don't come to another episode where we're going to be asking the question of, why you telling my business? Don't be telling my business. Why not? Because a can and a can, a can, and a wheel. Now we're off to... Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you all are having a beautiful day, morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you're partaking of this particular video. Today we're going to be talking about TamikaScott is on a press tour with the, what is it called? The Clay Kane Show. And we're going to be using a little of his audio to see how he expresses his concern about her and her sister's relationship. And I was like, oh, here we go again. Girl, promote that song tonight, the night. You know, that was a nice beat, and lyrics was on point. Loved it. Great motivational song. So you really should have turned this interview into everything Tamika and what Tamika is doing, and just saying, hey, we don't really need to talk about my sister. The albums were floppy. I know they were bouncing all over the place and going nowhere, but that doesn't take away from her ability to sing, because she killed every song. It just seemed like a secular type of music than gospel. So let's just get on into the interview, and we'll make our comments in between or towards the end. Just however it hits me that I need to say something, okay? But this video was done by the Clay Kane Show. Go check out his channel. He has other interesting videos that you can partake over there. All right? Okay. Let's get into it.
All right, so speaking of Queens of R&B, I haven't watched a reality show in years.
You're not missing.
I did watch Queens of R&B, and I mean, I enjoyed it because it's nostalgia, it's my youth. You know, I did enjoy it. But I heard you say that you regret being on the show and you wouldn't do it again. So I was curious to know, at what point did you regret?
Now, I'm going to tell you, and I'm just speaking from my own opinion and me assessing, observing people. Tamika, if she was asked to do another reality show or part 2 to this show, you can best believe if the money's right, her ass going to be right there. So she need to just stop lying. Stop lying, Tamika. Okay, going back.
Right. Was it filming or was it when the show aired?
The very first scene that I shot
wow.
with my sister. That was the scene that made me be like, what are we doing here? No, it was crazy. It was I walked into something that I never thought I would. I was like in a Twilight Zone. So it was like just a division between us that never happened before. So it was like, I really don't need this in my life right now. Not if it's negative. Not negative.
Wow.
So I have a chance to turn it around, and I want people to see laughter. I want them to see love. I want people to see forgiveness. So now that I have this platform, I want to use this platform for what I'm supposed to use it for, and that's not bickering and arguing with other women. Especially.
Well, my thing I'm going to say about the whole thing, if you did not want it to be salacious, if you did not want it to be talked about around the table, around the world, why would you even bring up the point that your sister stole $30,000 from you, or probably plus $30,000? Did you not think the audience or the people that are looking at the show were not going to have opinions? Come on, Tamika. Come on, Tamika. You brought the elephant in the room and addressed it. You addressed that elephant in the room, and we helped you through all of the scenes that were being shown to us for this particular one and only episode, it looks like. But y'all got y'all money's worth, and you should have got some from the end, because I don't think nobody really expected you to bring your family business into this situation. But you got hurt. Maybe she didn't want to address it, and you felt like you needed to address it. Since she never would be in the same room with you, or she wouldn't call you, whatnot, we would have addressed it. So you did it the appropriate way. It wasn't necessarily the family way of doing things, but it happened. So we must move on. Did she give you your 30,000+? Girl, did she ever give you your money? All right.
Especially not family.
That said, I could be wrong, but I feel like, Tamika, you got a lot of love on the show. I feel like a lot of, that's what I saw. I felt like a lot of people supported you, had your back, enjoy your voice, and I felt like you were getting a lot of support. So am I seeing that the wrong way?
No,
is it different?
And yes, she did get a lot of support, but I'm questioning her newfound friendship with Candy and what's her name, Tiny. I mean, you can't go all the way up for them, because everybody's not right half of the time, and we want to see what you stand on. And if you disagree with Candy or Tiny in the future, we need you to do that. We don't need you to play along. You see what I'm saying? But you do have a lovely voice. So is your sister. Y'all both have beautiful voices. And y'all both can make albums or EPs or however you call it these days. But, yeah. Okay.
I love the support. I'm getting support, but at what cost? You know what I mean? It's so funny. My husband always says, "Oh, you're the strongest person I know." So after I was filming, I was like, I'm crying in every scene. I said, "Boy, you better not leave me, because I'm crying in every scene. Where's that strong person?" Well, here's the strong person. She's back. And tonight is the night. And I'm just going to do me.
Gotcha.
It's my life. And make it strong.
Right. So, Escape has had its fair share of drama over the years. Mm-hmm. What do you wish that y'all knew at the beginning of Escape in those early years that might have alleviated some of the conflict that would happen throughout the journey? What do you wish you knew in the beginning?
The first thing I wish we'd have had some type of financial teaching, because they just gave 17, 18-year-old girls a big check. And it was like, okay, what are we going to do with this? And we just did what a 17, 18-year-old girl would do instead of investing, purchasing land instead of jewelry. Just certain things as far as the finances. I wish someone would have sat down with us and said, hey, ladies, 10 years from now, if the music is not going on, what else would you want to do? God just blessed us, all of us, to be able to go outside of Escape and venture on to other things. Like me, I have my own seasoning line called TamikaScott Southern Fuse that you can find on southernfuse.com. I have my own cookbook, Cooking with TamikaScott. You can find on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Target. You can find, just put it in, you can purchase it. So we've all had a chance to go outside and venture off and become successful other than just in the Escape.
All right, so just a couple of Queens of R&B questions.
Oh, Lord.
Just a couple. All right, so from the outside looking in, I'm not a musician, but I remember when I was watching my friends, folks didn't understand the Understanding Week closing thing. Mm-hmm. Because from the outside looking in, fans were saying, well, Week was a #1 hit record.
Week was definitely a bigger song than Understanding. And Understanding was not our biggest, it is not our biggest song. It is not.
So what's the, I'm not a musician, I'm not in the group. Like, we said, well, Week should be the closer, but it appeared, could be wrong, it's editing. Y'all wanted Understanding to be the closer. So for us, it was confusing. What SWV wanted to start the show. So it only made sense if they start, then we finish. Right? Oh, but did they still start the show? They started the show. They came out first. So you're going to come out first and end. There got to be some compromising. So it wasn't about Understanding or Week. It was like y'all started it and we'll end it. Right, it will end it. Right. It was just that simple. But Week is a bigger song than Understanding. And Understanding is not Escape's biggest song. It's just a closer for us. It's more of a closing song when we do our shows. But no, honey, please believe it. We know Week is way bigger. My kids sing Week. Right. Well, yeah. When you saw it in the show, you saw the discussion that was it? It was Coco. I mean, Candy and Coco had. So it's
yeah.
the narrative of reality TV. All right. I'm going to ask you one question about your sister. I'm curious to know, and I know that y'all have had your moments. Her gospel album came out recently, and it sold a little less than 700 copies, allegedly. What do you? And that was all over social media. What do you think happened with that project for it not to resonate like she did?
I don't know. I think, but I don't know why she only sold 700 copies. I really don't know, because she's a phenomenal, like one of the best singers. I used to grow up saying that she was my favorite singer in the group. So I don't know if it was marketing. I don't know if it was the show. I don't know. I don't know if it's the fans feeling like they didn't get what they wanted from the show, because every scene it was almost like she didn't really want to talk about touring. She didn't want to talk about. So I don't know. Fans, they watch. They're on the outside and they see. So those are people who you want to support you. So you have to make your fans happy. So evidently, I guess her fans are not happy for her to just sell only 700. But she's very talented.
Oh, she can sing.
Yeah, my sister can sing. She can sing.
But gospel is such an insular community. You know what I'm saying? Like it can be hard for R&B artists to cross over to gospel.
Like, we gonna stop that bullshit, Tamika. You knew your sister was acting wrong and foul and just being jealous and envy. And no, she was acting like a total butthole. She didn't want to talk to you in front of Candy them. She didn't want to make no decisions about touring. She said she wasn't happy in the group. We got to fix some things, but she never was there and willing to fix the things that she felt were inappropriate. I'm like, come on, Tamika. Baby girl, you could have did better. But you gave it all you had at the time, and we got it, and we moved on. But you do well with that song, and hopefully your album be blowing the charts. And we'll see y'all next time. All right, peace out.